All right, guys, welcome back. Coach Ryan here today with Coach Wyatt.
What's up, everyone?
Big hair, curly hair. We got this.
Yes, sir.
Today we're going to be just talking about our training methodology of what we do here at Rise, kind of give you guys a little bit more information of what goes into your program and how we take the most into consideration, especially when it comes to your goals and everything. So that's really what's going to help give us the best results.
Right. I think it's important for our clients to understand that everything in their program is there for a reason. Okay, it is the culmination of years of knowledge and experience that is applied based off of, actually working with clients on a daily basis.
Yeah, it's a big thing, right? It's easy to write a workout program and here you go, Wyatt, go do it, like some online training stuff.
Yeah.
And even just today's world, a lot of these people don't actually work with real people, and it shows when you start looking at their workouts or what they do. So let's go over, kind of an idea of when we sit down with somebody in our starting point session, we need to gather the information. We need to figure out how to even create that plan. So, we'll look at what are your goals? What's the timeline? What's your training availability? What's your, any type of previous injuries? What's your movement restrictions? There's a lot of information that goes into creating that training program. And usually it's going to be time's going to be the number one factor in how we can determine what type of program workout that you would be doing.
Right. And so the time is like that number one start, because if you can only come in 2 days a week, that program's completely different than if you're in 6 days a week. We have to account for the exercises you're doing and program accordingly so that we're not just, overtraining or undertraining.
Yeah, we always kind of work backwards, right? Looking at the goal. We don't go, okay, what exercise are we doing today? Mm-hmm. All right, well, how many reps am I going to do? How many sets? No, you got to work the other way around, right? So we would look at the goal, we look out how much time we have, what's your training frequency, and then from there we create that program. Sets and reps and exercise, those are kind of the last things that we dial in once we have everything based off of the movements that you need to do. Mm-hmm. So when we look at time dictates the type of workouts that are going to be optimal for you. If you have 1 or 2 days a week, if you have 5, 6 days, whatever it's going to be, the type of training split and based off your goal is going to make a big difference. Whether we're doing more strength training, whether we're adding in some cardio or metabolic work, all those different things will come down to what your goal is.
And the issue we're seeing is, one, people don't have the time, but they're trying to just run through these programs they find online that is just not the fit for them. Specifically, when we look at how popular, body part training is, it's the bodybuilding era right now.
It's back, baby, it's back.
You have these people that are coming
never
in.
Left.
Yeah, never left. They got 2-3 days to train, but they're like, okay, I saw this video online. I'm going to do chest Monday, back Wednesday, legs Friday. And it's just like, listen, you got goals. It's not going to help you reach those if that's the split you're doing with the time you have. Right?
Yeah, that's right. It's great. We want you to move.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, it's great. But don't you want to take the advantage and optimize the time that you have?
Mm-hmm.
So if you only have 2 or 3 days a week and you are splitting your workouts into a body part split, we're doing arm one day, back another day, legs, or whatever you're rotating. It's just really a complete waste of time. Mm-hmm. There's so much better ways to be effective with the time that you have to get faster results. And that's what we see a lot is we'll see people that are coming, they are working out. They have been working out 4, 5, 6 days a week, or they've been working out 2 or 3 days a week, whatever it's going to be. And once we optimize their training program and they start seeing results come real quickly, they're like, why didn't I do this sooner?
Right. I feel like that was kind of my aha moment was when I started on the body part training split. I finished high school, I was getting into training, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to be training. All the videos I saw online, it was exactly
That's
that.
how we all started.
And it's just looking back, I'm like, I should have known I wasn't getting any muscle. My weight wasn't changing at all. And then once I started to learn more and I got my degree and started training here, and Ryan's like, train how we preach, I started doing it. I'm like, oh, wow, I'm seeing the muscle go up now. I'm seeing the body weight change a little bit. So it was really one of those moments where I'm like, this really does work.
And you came in pretty young too. So
right,
when you're younger, you can get away with a lot of stuff.
Right.
But like most of our members, as you get older, you can't recover in the same way. So when you're doing that body part split, the idea is one day you're focusing on a specific muscle group. Like let's say we're doing an arm day, mm-hmm. right? You're blasting your arms with every exercise that you can. And then, for the next 4 or 5 days probably or week, you're really going to be so sore mm-hmm. that one is probably going to decrease your overall activity or movement or workouts that are coming after that. But it's just hard to recover, right? Mm-hmm. So when you go back to a full body approach,
right.
There's, kind of the idea of this minimal effective dosage.
Mm-hmm.
How much volume or how much sets or how much reps or how much weight do we need to use to give the response that our body needs to build muscle, to gain strength? You don't need a lot, surprisingly. Right. So the whole idea is we can shorten the amount of time and actual work you have to do, but maximize the results.
So yeah, that full body training split, that's what we're going to do here. Basically, all that means is each session, we're going to be hitting every major muscle group. Okay, that's going to be your upper push, upper pull, your lower push, your lower pull, paired with power and core.
Yeah, and really if we hit those 6 main movements, we're going to be hitting a complete full body workout. Now, we're going to throw in a lot of other stuff, right? When you come in, you're usually going to do some soft tissue work into your mobility. We're going to get you warmed up, and then we're going to get into that strength portion.
Right, for sure. And, it's the individualization of the training program. It's like, yes, we're covering these 6 major movements, but we understand you're going to come in with some injuries, you're going to come in a little sore, so we can still, throw that into the program and work with that. So really this full body training program is going to be, for most of our clients coming in 2-3 times a week, the best bang for their buck, based off of the main issue, which is going to be their time.
Yeah, and one of the things that people see is, the way that we pair exercises up, the way that we do everything is very time efficient, right? So even looking at traditional, we call this straight set, which means you're going to do one exercise. I'm going to do squats. I'm going to rest, and then I'm going to hit it again. I'm going to rest and go back and forth, right? Even the idea of supersetting or pairing or circuiting, whatever you want to call it, with multiple exercises, where we may do squats paired with let's say a pull-up, right? While one muscle group is working, the other one is resting. Right? So we're taking more advantage of time, but also what's going to happen now? Your heart rate's going to get up, right? People are like, why does it feel like I'm doing cardio when I'm doing strength? That's also going to give us a lot more effects when it just comes to overall calories burned through a workout, but also just, the strength that we can get done in that shorter amount of time.
Yeah, and then it's like, how often do you see someone at the gym who does a set of squats, they sit down, they're like, okay, 60 seconds, and then they look at their phone, and then 3 minutes later,
it's not 60 seconds. I've done it too, and I was telling, one of my coach and mentor, I was trying a different a protocol with them, and I'm like, man, I didn't realize how much time I'm wasting between my sets because I'm resting a little bit too long. One of you guys are texting me, and by the time it comes around, it's, oh crap, it's been 4 or 5 minutes.
Right.
So there's always a lot of distractions. When we can remove those distractions, we're gonna get a better workout overall.
And you finish in that hour. It turns that 2-hour workout at a commercial gym into 1 hour. So again, it's all tying back into that time issue of, it's just the most efficient way to train, and we're still progressing you, even quicker to your goals versus if you're trying to do this at, a commercial gym or something.
Yeah, and then we can come talk about later as far as, when you do have extra time, what should you do with those hours? Should you do a body part split? Maybe that's the best part of your time, but it depends on what your goals are too. So for most people, if we can get you in 2 or 3 days a week of full body strength training, we'll change your life.
Yeah.
Now, if you have extra time, can you find activities that you enjoy to do? Can you go for a walk? You actually want to do some cardio training, circuit training, whatever it's going to be, or do you want to do more strength? And that's when we can tweak the program a little bit and create a better 4 or 5, 6 day training split that may not be full body, but it still has components that are going to maximize what you're doing in the least amount of time.
Right, for sure.
To recap for you guys, that's essentially why we do the full body training for 99% of our clients. We want to maximize time. We want to maximize results. We don't want to waste your time. We want to make sure you're recovering well enough so you can come back and train and not be so sore that you can't move the next day. So, good episode today.
All right.
And we'll catch you guys next week.
All right, later.